welcome back, fellow enemies of the fire. We are here to discuss the saddened state of affairs. What I just found out wasn't the semifinal loss in the U.S. Open Cup against Minnesota.
It'll get sadder.
The Chicago Fire lose 3-1 off some bullshit. No, anyway, guys, Serena, did you get to see this game?
Yes, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
It was actually, yeah.
So, like, what can even be said, right? DPG, tell us, do the one piece of analyzing we can do with this game. The one thing, only thing that matters.
All right. So this game, I blame Omar Gonzalez for this game.
Correct.
Because why would you stupidly stick out your elbow? You know,
dude, that's not. He punched him. He was just like,
it's
what?
Well,
it was crazy. The announcers must have been wrong because in the beginning of the match they were going on about how there's no VAR in the Open Cup.
VAR.
And I said to Andrew when they said that before the red card happened, I said to him, I was like, oh, that's crazy. It should be like in Bundesliga or in the German Cup where they only have VAR in the quarterfinals. I was like, it's crazy. That's not what it is. Then the Gonzalez punch happens. Andrew and I are laughing about it because we're like, oh my god, that's like hilarious, and they can't review it because there's no VAR. And then she goes to the video, and we're like,
yeah,
no!
you see the cutout of the VAR crew, and I'm like, wait, what's going on here?
Yeah, the announcers are wrong.
Yeah.
There is VAR.
So
Sucks.
Omar Gonzalez fucked up. I don't want to see him play anymore because honestly, I haven't seen anything good come out of him. He's old, he's slow, and he's big for nothing right now. This is not Omar Gonzalez from like 5 years ago.
Yeah, this isn't like, naked saxophone Omar Gonzalez. This is old man.
This is like trying to catch a check, one more check before he rides off in the sunset, Omar Gonzalez. And unfortunately, it's not working out. You could have put a hungry young guy that wants to play and has the energy to do so, and he might have been more successful than Omar Gonzalez this year.
Dude, Omar Gonzalez, I would have. I mean, where's Christopher Cups? Right? Like, what happened to that kid?
Yeah.
Like, I would have.
Hurt,
like,
right?
You,
I think he's
still hurt. Yeah.
You put Gonzalez in there specifically to not do that. Specifically to be the brain, to be the brain,
his head
to have the steady hand. Like, even if he gets beat, the other guy covers for him, right? And he's the one that does it. Like, this is his second ever red card. It's so unnecessary. It's not like this is like, it's not like Nigel Young, who we brought up earlier, right? Like, it's not like
Sergino Dest. It ain't like Sergino Dest throwing out, you know.
He's not.
Well, I saw some people saying, oh no, it's actually because Gonzalez is like so much taller than that guy. He like wasn't used to where the guy's face was. I was like, I don't think that's what happened.
And the crazy thing is that he did it to what's his face. He was in a podcast with our old other what was the guy's name? The guy from Germany, the one that plays in Montreal now.
Plays in Montreal from Germany. Herbers.
Yes, he used to do a podcast with Herbers, and that was a good podcast. And I thought he was a cool guy. And I actually hoped that the Fire would have signed him too.
Right.
And it was just odd. Like, did that guy tell you to piss? Did that guy say something to Omar Gonzalez pissed him off or something? Like,
yeah, really. It's. I mean, Omar. It's not like Omar Gonzalez took 5 years off of the sport. Like he did start before VAR was a thing, but VAR has been a thing in his life, right? Like, it's just.
Andrew is like, oh, maybe he also thought there was no.
So.
But that's just think what.
There's no excuse. Otherwise, there's no excuse.
So I just want to bring this up, and I'll shut up. I promise. It reminds me a lot of there was a Camp Cupcake right before the 2014 World Cup, or maybe it was the 2010. I got to try and remember. But there was a Camp Cupcake where they play like a really crappy opponent with like a C team in January, right? With all the MLS guys. So Jimmy Conrad got like a red card in the 12th minute. And so I heard him later on a podcast. He's like, yeah, so not only do I screw myself of like I couldn't never go to the World Cup, but I literally screwed every other player there. It was just like an entire wasted month because they had to play down a man for 80 minutes. They couldn't like showcase themselves. You know what I mean? It's like,
Was it against Honduras? Because that's the game I think Honduras beat the U.S. 3-1 on a friendly right before the World Cup in 2010. And this is crazy. I don't know why I still remember this, but I didn't watch the game. I actually had a buddy of mine that texted me, like, "Hey, he gave me congrats. Oh yeah, congrats on Honduras, winning." And I'm like,
you're
"Oh yeah,
like,
like what?" And I look at the score and I'm like, when does this happen?" But yeah, but it's every time the Fire lose a player like through red card, that's it. We're done. Like,
well,
there's no coming.
We held off. I mean, we did better than I thought we would.
That's the thing, right? Like, it happened so early. Immediately you're like, we're screwed. And then we get the penalty. They give up such a stupid penalty, and Gutman, or not Gutman, Gutierrez drains it, which I like the kid a lot, but he needs to see a doctor about that thing that's growing on his face. I don't know what's going on.
Jesus,
that's
bro.
New, right? When did that start? I did not remember seeing that.
What? I wasn't. And I told you about Guti. He's like, he's hit or miss. Like, he's very inconsistent. Like, he might have
take that penalty.
Yeah, and he might have a game where he's like, oh my god, he's everywhere. He's making things happen. And then he has games where he's pedestrian. Like,
well, but that's a luxury player like that. The idea is that we're like, if we had a defense, we'd be league leaders, man. Like that, you can't stop us from scoring. You just can't, which is the coolest fucking thing I've said about the Fire in the last 15 years.
Unless Bamba's up there by himself.
Well, yeah, unless Bamba's got a 1v1.
Oh god, man.
But no, I was watching this.
He needs to work on that on the training pitch.
Oh
he
my
needs to
It's like one of those things that it must just be fully mental, because he obviously has the ability. It's just like, to do it that many times is crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I want to believe in Bamba still, because he is in the right place every time. Anytime you see the ball kicked, it's like, where are you? Oh, there he is. He's right there.
Yeah. It looks so great up until the moment the ball leaves his foot towards the goal. Like, it looks so good. Everything looks so good. He looks so good. Like, everything.
It's an open net shot, and then.
Yep, exactly.
So here's the thing, I mentioned this on the chat yesterday. Is we need a playmaker. We actually need, like, Guti's not the guy. Guti, you need a guy that could either, create magic for someone else or create magic for himself. We need kind of like a Lucho Acosta type player.
Or you know who else we could have had?
Who?
Oh, only the person I was screaming for all off season, Evander.
Or Evander, yeah. I remember, we were talking about that for a while. You need a guy like that, because Zinc is not going to do it on its own, and we clearly see that. And then teams are catching on to that now. And Guti is just Guti's the type of player that he tries to be like Cristiano Ronaldo, try to take on the whole defense, but he gets dispossessed like by the time he tries to turn the next guy over. And then, of course, and this is why I kind of go back to saying that this year is kind of a throwaway year for Greg. Even though Toke doesn't want that, he wants to go to the playoffs. And
I want accountability, but still.
But I take it as a throwaway season, because he's gonna evaluate everybody. He's gonna make changes, and I can tell you right now, the backline is gonna get revamped. You're gonna have guys that are gonna go. I don't see Guti lasting another year. Like, if you can sell him now, sell him now. Like,
I agree.
I do agree. Free up the salary cap and get someone that can actually make magic.
Like, I know we like him, and he's been good, and it's kind of like a Fire, not legend, but like a face of the Fire. But I do think if he were any other guy that we knew less well, we would not be. We'd be like, oh yeah, sell him.
Well, that's the thing. He could still come really good, but he has the potential. But I think I'm starting to come around. Like, I will say this. I am easing back on the whole fire Greg if we don't make the playoffs, because I am so happy with a lot of what I've seen. Like, it has quenched my anger. I really like a lot of things I've seen. And I guess as far as Guti is concerned, I originally am like, okay, sell Guti and get the De Bruyne or get the DP center. But I almost think at this point, sell Guti, use that money for like a TAM center back, and then next season, in the off season before the start of the next season, get a big name DP central midfielder.
Yeah, that could work too. And then it's the problem is that I think someone made a chart of all the contracts and shit about the Fire have that are on the books for this year and next year. And it's just first we got to see what's available. What can we afford on the salary space that we have. I do like the fact that Greg kind of gave a lot of these guys a renaissance moment, like Orahel. Like Orahel's been sitting on the bench for the Fire for like the past 2 seasons. I didn't think anything special. I thought he was gonna be done.
He's the special sauce, dude. He's
he was done.
Yeah,
and then Pineda, same thing.
Yeah.
Pineda, same thing. Pineda to me was like, okay, he's been on the Fire team since like 2020, right before COVID. He's not doing anything special. He's done. He's actually forced Acosta in the bench. He's supposed to be
our
guy.
Our big money. Yeah.
If you would have told me before the season started that Sergio Orahel and Mauricio Pineda kept Acosta on the bench, I would have been like, oh, so we gave up by April then, huh? You know what I mean? But no.
Yeah.
And it's just, I've said it a bunch, and I guess we've moved on from the Open Cup disappointment, which is very particular.
One more thing I'll say about Open Cup.
Yeah.
Chris Brady, good to have him back. He tried. And I liked his anger and his like screaming and swearing and all that. I love all that. Yeah, I love all that kind of stuff. So I was glad to have at least somebody doing that.
Well,
he's gonna be
you are home because this is a very pro Chris Brady podcast.
Yes. I remember we were crapping on him on his first year because he made a few. I was because I was missing Slonina. I was like, oh my god, you know. And then Chris Brady had a rough, I want to say a rough half a season last year, and he finally came around, and now he's like. Yeah, and now we have mentioned that he might be the starting goalkeeper for the U.S. men's national team in 2030.
Yeah,
well, maybe,
I personally
maybe even next year.
Yeah, I legitimately right now think he is better than Freese or Turner or anyone. I actually think Chris Brady is the best American keeper right now. That is my actual.
I would say, Freese again, one really good game that I do think he was better than Brady would have been, but other than that, like on the whole, I kind of agree.
Yeah, it's
one hit wonder,
and it's kind of cool. Like I missed Slonina too. I really was used to the Fire and condition, so I was like, oh great, we sold a young guy thinking we have another young guy, so this guy's gonna suck, and he didn't. And then I kind of felt like, well, our luck's gonna run out, and honestly, I really like what I've seen out of Gall. Like I honestly like.
I was surprised. Yeah,
I would love to keep Chris Brady one more season and win a cup. But, like, if he left and we got a bunch of money and Gall was our starter, I would not be that concerned. It would not be that big of a problem to me. It
wouldn't. I mean, if it's a temporary fix, I wouldn't like, lose it. I would just say, okay, cool. Because we do have goalkeepers in the pipeline.
So, Dowd is in the pipeline. Gall's in the pipeline. But, so just, I guess, again, to backtrack, we've been gone for 2 weeks. So we missed the Philly game, the Charlotte game, and the Cincy game. A loss, a win, and a loss. And Gall was involved in all those, which I think he played well. But and obviously Zinkernagel is a god, right? Best player on the team, fortunately / unfortunately. But
most handsome man on the team too. He's so handsome.
Really, more so than Kellen Acosta.
Yeah, well, I was thinking of players that are not on the bench, but yes. He might take that. Sorry.
Yes.
Players not on the bench.
Players not on the bench.
Oh man.
Man, the like casual level of shade. I love it. All right. No, so the one thing that has alarmed me. So before we get to the Greg Berhalter stuff, Gutman is playing terrible. Gutman screwed us out of that Philly game.
God, that handball.
And he is just, I don't know, man. I really feel like even in the Charlotte win, I felt like he played terrible. Like he is on a bad streak.
I think the man has hit a ceiling. I don't think you can't get any more than that. Like he's doing all he can. Like sometimes he makes crosses that I'm like scratching my head like, well, who was that supposed to go for? You know, he takes random shots. You know, so it's, I don't know. I think that's a position that needs to be looked at next season.
Yeah,
I
he's
would
not working particularly well with anybody, any other players. He's not like
he's not
connecting with
up.
anybody around him. Yeah, and he was good for. I feel like earlier in the season he drew a few penalties for us. That was great. Like, thank you, Andrew Gutman, for that. But either keep doing that or be better. Otherwise,
he's I don't know if he hit his ceiling or if it's just a bad stretch, because he was pretty darn good there for a while, and it's just been the weak link lately. And that's with and I guess I don't know. I need you guys to
just put Glasgow. You can put Glasgow on that side. Glasgow's like the utility knife right now. He's a Swiss Army knife right now.
Well, he'll learn. Yeah.
He's been with the youth national team, right? Or has he been hurt?
No, he came back. He came back.
Okay.
Glasgow.
He was on that. Where's he from again? Suriname? Not Suriname. Was it a Guyana national team?
Guyana. Yeah, he's from Guyana.
Yeah, Guyana.
Well, Glasgow. I mean, we don't know if he can play on the left like that. Like, you can't just assume.
What about what's his face? What's the guy? What's the cat
Guster?
that he? No, not Guster. Not Gaspar.
Gaspar, that's it.
Why call him Guster? Gaspar. Well, he's injured. What's his face?
Been up to? Is he?
He's injured. He got a really bad injury. Oof.
Oh.
Him and Chris Mullins are playing.
He looks.
PlayStation.
He looks just like Gutman to me. Like Gaspar.
Whoa, they're both.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Yeah, they look.
And honestly, I saw
same.
a picture of Gaspar wearing a hat, and I thought it was zinc. So all those either bald or zinc. I'm like mid-build, stocky, kind of semi-tan.
So it just made you realize when he took off his hat, and you're like, whoa.
No, genuinely, I saw a picture. I was like, wait, that's not zinc. He doesn't have the hair. He doesn't have that.
She was taken aback.
What's the guy's name? The guy from, was it Portugal? The one that we have on loan.
DJ Alvia.
Oh yeah.
No, God, no. Talk about weak link. That guy.
Yeah, Barroso's been starting.
Barroso, can Barroso play on the left side?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I mean, stick him on the left and let Jonathan Dean play his natural position, supposedly.
Because where's Barroso been playing on the right? I guess.
Yeah, Barroso is supposed to be on the right.
He and Dean actually take turns.
He's young. So I feel like the younger the guys, the better they can learn.
Yeah, right. They learn quicker. You're not wrong. That's actually.
Gutman he's probably too old to learn.
So here's the thing that pisses me off though. Like, if we had this game on Tuesday, you would think, okay, we're facing Cincy. It's not an easy game. Let's just rotate. Take the loss. Come to Tuesday fully ready to go, and just go to town in Minnesota. But
how good are Minnesota? I really feel like we should have still won that game.
They're like second or third in the West.
Third in the table, yeah.
Oh, okay, well, JK.
They are pretty. Yeah.
You needed to go.
Honestly, they didn't play well. I think watching the game yesterday, there was a little bit of I think the Fire themselves were like, oh shit, we have a red card, now we have to defend. And then they realized that Minnesota wasn't, they don't play a possession style. They weren't attacking as hard as they thought they would, and they were kind of like, oh shit, maybe we should try and score some goals. And then they tried to kind of catch up and turn that around and do that, but I think it was probably a little too late by the time they did that. But I'm with you. I think they could have won, and they probably maybe even should have still won.
They should. That red card is just the killer. And I knew it too, man. I looked over at Violet. I was like, man, if this game goes directly to penalties, we're gonna win this. But if we have to play another half hour of soccer, we're screwed.
Yeah. And it was
It's
just, I mean,
like-
a bad time with the second goal where there were only 9 men on the. I mean, I still don't even really know what happened there. I mean, that was weird.
Yeah, Jay
Davila
or
was
Davila
on
was on the
sidelines. Yeah.
sideline. Yeah, and that's another guy too. Like I still can't believe the Fire paid $4 million for this guy.
Yeah.
I don't see anything happening with this guy. Like I think he's gonna be like Greg's first like transfer failure.
Well, he
because-
is really the only one that's kind of not gotten any traction so far.
Yeah. And
He
he's
hasn't.
played it a little bit.
But like I seen this guy get dispossessed all the time. Like he can't keep the ball on his feet. Like either he does a bad
Yeah.
pass or he gets dispossessed, and it's like, dude, when the team's attacking, everybody's like working their magic, and then here comes Davila, and then
Kind of like
he
bumbling.
screws
Yeah.
up. Yeah, he screws up a pass, and it's oh no, we're not trying to defend a counter. So
Yeah.
I'm not.
I almost feel like he's also one of those guys who's like too big and doesn't know how to use his, like, he doesn't know where his body necessarily is. Like, he kind of is, I feel like, in a lot of one-on-ones and a lot of, anytime he's really interacting with the other team or even his own teammates, he's kind of just falling over because
You're right. He
feels like,
plays
he's
smaller than he is. You're right. Yeah, I guess I didn't even notice it. But yeah,
Yeah,
I think the part of the problem is he is good with the ball at his feet, but he thinks he's really good with the ball at his feet, and he doesn't realize.
he thinks
Like
he's
and
Cristiano
he-
Ronaldo,
he
but he's
probably had an idea of what MLS was
but
going
he's
to be.
more like Peter Crouch.
yeah.
This
You know.
league is full of people who had a rough first year and then turned it around. So I've got hope for
Yeah,
for
I think there's
Bamba.
still hope, and there's a lot of like raw power, and yeah,
I mean, there has to be because it's $4
I'll bet
million
you.
bucks, and they got him a couple of years on that contract, so he got
Yeah.
no
Yeah,
choice now.
I mean, I feel like if a guy busts like that though in that dollar range, you could sell him to a South American team that would take that second chance on him. But that's neither here
maybe,
nor
but not
there.
for $4 million. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's
yeah,
well,
take a little bit of a loss.
what's our back line? So Jack Elliott, it's to me he's hit or miss, and he's
Very
kind of
hit or
goes. He
miss.
I
kind
feel
of
like, yeah,
he's when
kinda-
he
he
plays
kinda
good,
has
he
that
plays
same issue.
amazing.
he kind of has the
and at
same
least
issue
he
that
seems like
Davila.
he knows what he's doing, though. He at least seems like mentally, he feels like a little bit more calm than some of the other guys, and that kind of, I feel like that presence is helpful for the Fire generally.
Yeah,
Like
for
we need,
real.
Yeah,
we
but-
need to keep the guys who are like, but yeah, other
You need
than
a guy that, but at the same time, he also needs a guy to play cleanup, and Sam Rogers is not that guy.
Well,
I like Sam Rogers. I think he's a great depth piece, but he's not like. You need another center back, and then people were saying, "Oh no, Tehran." I'm like, no, Tehran was horrible. Like he was another hit or miss. Some games he will be like the
when he
destroyer,
was great,
and,
he was great.
yeah, and then some games he was just like
And talk about made of
outplayed.
Well,
Um,
Tehran is transfer bait, and you need
Yeah.
like yes, I would love to see Sam Rogers, Jack Elliott, mystery man number 2, and Wiley veteran who isn't Omar Gonzalez all share time next season, right?
You know, and I said this yesterday. Like one guy that I miss, the one guy I miss is I miss first year Rafa Shihos
Yeah,
on the back line.
Rafa
Yeah.
Shihos on this team, like a
First
good
year,
Rafa
not
Shihos.
last
Yes.
year. Yeah. Not last year. Last year he was horrible. But first year Rafa Shihos. If you would have put him with Jack Elliott, oh bro, we wouldn't. That back line
Yeah.
would be solid.
You're right. Well, Jack Elliott has done the intangibles, in my opinion. He has actually stepped up into a leadership position.
Yeah.
So
He
that
just needs some buff, I don't know.
he
needs
just
to-
needs
he
more
needs-
help. He needs more help, and it doesn't help
Yeah.
when everybody's been hurt forever too. Like, what if Barroso would have been starting every game, taking his lumps? He'd be, in theory, hopefully flying high by now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So-
I actually like Barroso. I don't know if we're gonna keep him after his
Yeah,
zone
he just
expires.
hasn't played. I mean, isn't he only played he was injured like the whole. isn't
Yeah,
he
most of
injured?
a
Yeah,
big
most
part of
of
the first part of the
yeah,
season.
so
Yeah.
far, yeah.
He's had like 2 games back, so yeah, we feel like we just really haven't even seen. I like what I see so far.
When the guy takes off, that's it. Good luck.
So I
No,
definitely
but-
want to talk about a little off the field stuff, but I got one more on field question for you
Okay.
guys. So during kind of this this is almost like a perfect kind of wrap up because like we were gone these last 2 weeks. Kind of a lot of stuff has happened while like trends were developed during this time we were gone. And what I noticed is our lineup has been set for a while now. There might be like 1 or 2 guys swapped out, but it's been pretty gosh darn the same for the last 4 or 5 games.
I think for the midfield and the attacking roles, yes.
And it's like,
except for Kuipers yesterday, but yeah.
well, are we in it? Well, that's the Open Cup though. I don't.
I
Really
you know what? I'm
counting
gonna
that.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this too. I am not. If the Fire sell Kuipers, I'm all for it. Like, the reason I say this is that Kuipers has like a 1 in 20 strike rate. Like, he takes 20 shots to make 1 goal, and it's
you're literally insane. He has
No,
the highest like XG in the league.
yeah, but But here's the thing. He's missing a lot of sitters. Like, I like the fact that he hustles. But the thing is that he's missing his shots. Like,
He missed like 1 sitter in the last 2 weeks, and like
Yeah, I feel like
I think
I don't know. I think
every so often Kuipers disappears, and I feel like that's the times where I'm like, oh, like, how is this our star guy? Like, you just don't see him an entire game, and that shouldn't be happening, especially like in his position. Like, I don't know how you don't see him, but other than that, yeah.
Like, I remember Nikolic. Like, Nikolic kind of Kuipers and Nikolic to me seem like a very similar type of player, where they're the finishers.
They're finishers,
Nikolic,
poachers, and such. Yeah.
Yeah, except that Nikolic actually was far more successful. But it's I don't know. I just feel that maybe we do need another backup striker. That's not Tom Barlow, because
Yes.
he's a one-hit game guy for the season.
I'm just glad he got his one big game, and he's got subbed in, and
he's the
and it wasn't against New York.
The number 1 amount of jerseys sold, Fire jerseys sold, are Barlow jerseys. I think I saw that somewhere. I was like, how the hell?
No, that was somebody photoshopped that.
Okay.
Oh, God.
I was like,
she's
like, that can't be.
How? No, I actually.
Well, it was right after that game that I saw that, so I was like, did people just go out and buy Barlow
No, they
jerseys?
were people were on the copium, but no. I think Andrew's jersey is the most popular one right now, which is the Zinkernagel.
Oh yeah.
Can they make it now? Because they were saying that they couldn't make it because his name was too long.
No,
yeah.
Her boyfriend Andrew's got one, and
we had
to make it we made it at Soldier Field. Like, it was like we went there.
Okay.
Sales.
I guess if you try to order on MLS.com, they're probably like, no, it's too long.
I think it's not. I think it's like not a pre. I think you still can order it on MLS. I think you just have to type it as a custom one and like type the number in instead of having like a preset. Like, it's not in the list. I don't know if that's still the case, but
that's a long ass name.
A lot of letters.
Dude, that's terrible. He's an all-star, man. Give him his number and his name. Anyway, all right.
All right, go ahead.
Dude, I will applaud both of you. We are making very clean transitions to make these breakout videos.